Chris, obviously an emotional third quarter with Ant and Carl picking up technicals, Ant getting ejected. What were any of the explanations that you got from officials as to why Ant was ejected, first of all? It looked awfully quick from our point of view.
Pardon?
It looked like an awfully quick ejection. So
yeah, it's not often that you get ejected. One outburst gives you two technicals, and the referee tried to explain that it was two separate incidents, but I didn't necessarily see it that way. But
just something he might have said, perhaps.
Yeah, obviously it was apparently something that he said, but I haven't had a chance to talk to Ann about what it was.
What was the explanation for Carl taking the points off the board, then giving him a flagrant?
Well, I'm not 100% clear on that. I guess they went to the review to see if the shot was good, and then were able to determine that it was a flagrant somehow. Didn't even know that was possible. And then the technical to boot.
How do you try to keep your cool under that circumstance? How do you try to get these guys to just try and move on when they are getting these tough whistles?
I'm not sure I did keep my cool, to be honest with you. I was pretty frustrated, I was frustrated with certainly some of the technicals and those calls and non-calls. I was also frustrated with the way that we were playing overall. A lot of frustration out there. Kept saying, we got a lot of game left to try to cut back into it, but we never really could get enough stops, So
Carl, he's had this battle with officials his whole career when it comes to keeping his cool and not letting it bleed into his play or the attitude of the team as a whole. Do you sense that when he's starting to complain to officials a lot, that affects how he plays and maybe how the rest of the team reacts to the officials as well?
There could be some of that for sure, His frustration is extremely palpable and justified at times. I watch him going in there nice and strong and, just getting hit and, he's got to play through contact and try to finish. And, I can see where he gets frustrated with that stuff, but we talk to him. We have dialogue with the league and various levels to try to improve, his relationship, and something that's a work in progress for us.
I don't know if you said anything to Ant after the game.
I didn't. He apologized to his teammates for getting ejected. It's a learning opportunity for him. So.
And last one from me. Any update on Pat Bev?
Tweaked ankle. Don't have any specifics on severity or anything like that. So.
Just wanted Coach, we'll start with questions. Katie, go ahead.
Hey, Corey, hang on.
Hey, Coach, speaking of Pat Bev, just going into that set, from the first half, you guys are pushing the pace, converting on first turnovers, just getting in the paint. No Pat Beverly in that second half. Away from that, just what changed going to that third quarter?
Well, I actually thought we lost the game in the second quarter. I thought our offense let us down in the second quarter. We lost our rhythm. We lost our ball movement. Everything became kind of like an ISO game. Different guys got hot at different times, and they wanted to keep it stretching those, periods of being hot. But, they didn't really take what the game was giving them. And so I thought that was, we were playing a time, like our defense then kind of struggled a little bit to find a rhythm. They were able to kind of stay within arm's reach, but I really thought that's where it all started, And then, of course, they start the third quarter, on a quick 13-2 run. We miss, a couple easy buckets around the paint. We don't play with a lot of force or determination. They hit some shots to open up the quarter, and, we got to be better,
And And despite the loss, just one more. Despite the loss, D'Angelo Russell, what can you say just about his efficiency tonight? 10 for 18 from the field, 31 points.
I mean, it was good to see the ball go in for D'Lo. I don't think anyone played particularly noteworthy well. In a loss like this, I'm sure he's not really happy with anything other than the fact that we didn't. I'm sure he's not really affected by anything other than the fact that we didn't really win. So,
John, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, I mean, it's been not just a season-long thing, but a maybe 4 or 5 year-long thing of Timberwolves and the officials, and maybe a perception that some of the calls don't go their way that other players and teams get. Is there a solution? Like, what has to happen to just maybe resolve this one way or another and kind of get this out of your guys' way right now?
I don't know. I mean, I can't speak to anything that's happened before these last, since I've been here, John. We work hard on it. We work hard on educating our guys on how to play, not foul. We work hard on trying to play through contact. We work hard. We have, people helping us on consultant levels. I don't know. We just have to just keep plugging away and just kind of, you just have to shoulder this burden and we just got to fight through it. I mean, we didn't play well enough to win tonight. That's the bottom line, and we got to be better in that department. And the calls will come when we played well enough to win. But it certainly is frustrating to watch. All-star caliber, all NBA caliber center. Play hard and go to the hoop and walk away with 2 free throws. And I don't know what to tell them right now, to be honest, John.
From the game standpoint, do you get the sense that with as well as you guys played in that first quarter and as easy as it seemed to be coming to you, did the team get lulled into a little bit more of a track meet going forward there, and maybe just kind of loosen up a little bit too much?
I think we got caught trading baskets a little bit too much. To your point, and that's dangerous against a team that can really only just score. Because as soon as you hit a dry spell, they keep scoring and you don't, and that's what happened in the third.
Chris, is composure this team's number one enemy some nights?
Yeah, probably. It could be. I think that goes along with kind of youth as well, and but we're gonna have to be better.
And then Colorado on the leg kicks in general, obviously the stand-up threes, we've seen those, and tonight there's a leg kick on the fadeaway. Like, is that just like a habit thing? Like, you're gonna have to work on that because obviously it's been pretty consistent, like all fouls. So what can you do to change that?
It's about breaking habits. If that's the case, breaking habits. So, I didn't see particularly that play, and that I didn't see that play when it happened. I didn't see a review of that play, so I don't know the severity of that particular play. So.
Dane, go ahead.
Chris, big night from Trae Young, but it was kind of in hits and starts. What coverages were working against him, and what parts of your coverages weren't working tonight? We got kind of strung out a little bit. Got hurt at the rim on some lobs, and our low man just didn't stay in long enough. We tried everything. We switched at times. We played some zone on them. We switched the matchups. We stayed in coverage, and that was our game plan, was to kind of keep shuffling it up a little bit on them. But then everything else was bad too. Like the ball contained when we did have it out of his hands. They were driving us, and we weren't able to catch or cut off those drives well enough.
Coach, I just want to ask you, Anthony came out obviously hot. He's back here in his hometown, obviously not the result that he wanted, but did he kind of come in with a different level of energy knowing he was back at home? And what do you kind of tell him going forward after, disappointing end to it like this.
No, I mean, Anthony. The great thing about Anthony is he really is the same every day. He approaches everything with the same excitement, same same energy. He, of course, was excited to play back here in his hometown, and it's a shame that the game worked out for him like it did. Because people come to watch him play. I'm sure that's the case. And he was set up for a really big night. He had a big night, even though he got thrown out, early in the third. What do we say to him is just, hey, like, you got to keep your composure regardless, and make your point and walk away. And he's a very, very self-aware and mature young man. And he's going to be a hell of a player in this league, and he's on his way. But these are all learning opportunities and growth opportunities for him. So.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks, guys.